Dylan Frazier. We're going to get started here on Carvana Grand Slam.
I'll recall, we can't, because I can't control that, it's on center court. I know, here we go. 0-0.
So Lucy, you'll see here shortly, but Alex's favorite shot is his backhand.
Okay.
Often run around his forehand, which is rare in men's.
0-0.
Yeah, especially when usually serve and forehand is a big weapon for a majority of the guys.
Right.
Point.
His forehand's not bad, don't get me wrong. But his preferred shot is his backhand. And he is the first guy on the board. There's got to be a little bit of nerves here, right? This is his first time on this really big stage on the PPA Tour.
This is his seventh match probably, so he's really warmed up compared to Dylan.
Correct. And Dylan has played 3 singles matches, which is...
Did it come dead on this side of the net, Jim? Yes, you can.
He's thinking about challenging his own call. It was close there in the right baseline, but we have a tough angle here, Lucy.
0-1.
That's played.
Side out.
And Dylan's quick. I think a big change in Dylan's game has been adding the two-handed backhand as well.
Yeah, especially with no tennis background, right? I think he started with one-handed backhand and then eventually developed two-handed, which I think for singles it's really important because you have to have an offense on both sides.
And it's really impressive that he's able to do this well in singles without that tennis background.
Side out.
There's a shot that he likes. Missed that one, but he was able to put another point on the board in that side out. So Alex up 2-0. Dylan looking to score his first point.
0-2. Point. One, 2. Point. Two, 2. Point. Thank you. Side out. Two, 2. Point. Three, 2. Point. Four, 2. Side out. Two, 4. Side out. Four, 2. Side out. Two, 4. Point. Three, 4. Side out. Four, three. Point. Five, three. Point. Six, three. Point. Timeout receiver, 7-3.
All right. So we have our first.
Time in. 7-3. Point.
Wow. Dylan was there.
He was, and it seems like Alex likes to have a really power game, right? Strong passing shots and just going for it. Versus Dylan is more like cat and
8-3.
mouse, trying to drop, get in, you know, be more crafty.
Right. Dylan plays a little bit more of the old school singles game, which clearly still works. I mean, he's in a quarterfinal matchup, and Alex plays more of the new school game, kind of like QD and Hunter were on this court earlier, and he plays a more similar style to those two players than he does to Dylan.
9-3. Side out.
That's a really nice play there from Dylan. So able to stop a little bit of Alex's momentum. That was a pretty big run.
I think Dylan needs to get on the board a little bit, try to get go for a serve a little
3-9.
bit. Especially playing against the wind, try to go for it.
Point.
I think he heard you, Lucy. That was a pretty big serve.
4-9.
I think he should just need to try to get into some rhythm.
Side out.
What do you do when your opponent's passing that well?
I mean, that's tough to beat. That's a great shot.
I want that backhand. Our two-handed backhands look just like that, Lucy.
Totally.
9-4. Side out.
And just long, he wants that one back. Dylan is putting a little bit more
4-9.
pressure, coming in on better approach shots right now, so looking to make Alex execute.
Point.
Especially when Alex is not
Time
coming.
out.
Veolia Atlanta Pickleball Championships. This is Mari Humberg alongside Lucy
Time in.
Kovalova on Carvana
5-9.
Grandstand Court.
Point.
Pretty hot start here from Alex Crum, the
Referee
65
timeout. We have
seed.
a challenge of the out call.
And
The
we
out call puts us
immediately have a
at
timeout after
6-9.
coming back.
We'll now proceed with video review.
So Alex hit a backhand pass down the line. Dylan called it out. Very close.
9-3.
Tough to see. Let's watch the review here. Shout out to our refs for doing a great job with our reviews.
10-3. After video review, the out call stands. Loss of a free challenge, no free challenges remaining. One free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at 6-9.
Okay, so Dylan got a couple more points together. And I think right now what he needs to get to like really focus on deep serve, try to keep Alex back,
Time in.
and then go to the net and try
6-9.
to do something there.
Alex showing a little bit of nerves here, right? I mean, that's
a great passing shot.
Really great shot from Dylan. Alex was up 9-3, and now Dylan has a little bit of scoreboard pressure. He really needs
Especially
to get
Dylan
back
playing
into
against the wind, right? So I think he can really go for it right now.
That was a great return, and what a shot from Dylan. It's just too good. Big come on there from him. He's been bringing some energy lately.
Also, many times when you play a player that you've never played before, you're trying to figure out the strategy and what works, what doesn't, and that's a great shot. And you see, for example, Alex, he always goes for a passing shot like really hard, really ripping it, cross-court down line, and Dylan goes more for a drop to set up
9-9.
his own play.
That's a great point, Lucy, making his opponent hit up on it.
Ball, right foot, side out.
Not just the right foot, the full body inside the kitchen.
He knew it.
Yes, he did. So Alex able to get the ball back after a big run from Dylan.
Side out.
Hits it long, so little battle here to see who gets the 10 first.
9-9.
To your point there, he was persistent. Lucy, he just smacked 4 balls in a row.
Well, that's his preferred shot, right? So you have to play your strengths.
Right.
9-9.
And he trusts that back, and he trusts those forehands passing shots, so he has to go for them.
Now the key here is that he's got to keep it low, right? In the previous point, he kept those 4 shots low, and Dylan wasn't able to put a volley away. Now this one, a little bit too high.
That was a nice setup.
9-9.
Oh, Dylan wants that
Side
one
out.
back. Dylan had a really good chance there to get the game point. But ends up missing that backhand volley and sends the ball back to Alex.
9-9. Point.
First time he's done it.
I know,
Little
that's a
drop
nice
roll.
change-up, right? Because Dylan expected that hard shot coming his way. So I think the change of pace really messed him up a little bit.
Really good adjustment there from Alex. And again, execution from Dylan was pretty good, but he just did better.
Side out.
And misses it by a little bit. First game point not converted. Ball back to Dylan. 9-10. Tight game.
9-10. Point.
Misses it again. So we're going to overtime, Lucy. You got to win by 2 here.
I think Alex needs to adjust his strokes a little bit because there's a little breeze behind him.
10-10.
So he's missing those shots long. And I think if he's just hitting them not as hard, there would be still great shots.
Point.
He saw that Dylan was standing down the line. I think he intended to hit that next ball there, but had to switch it up. Kind of
Game
panicked.
point.
Missed. Game point. the other
11-10.
way.
Point game, 12-10.
That was a great shot at the end by Dylan.
And Dylan takes game 1. I mean, very well. Alex Crum and Dylan Frazier. Dylan Frazier takes game 1, but Alex Crum comes in hot for game 2.
I think he just needs to trust his game style, right? He's playing against the wind right now, so he can really rip the ball.
Do you think this is the better side for him?
I think personally it is because the balls that were flying out the previous game, they should be staying here.
Right, and barely, right? I mean, he had a game point and he missed the ball by a couple of inches. So game 1 could have easily gone his way. Doesn't seem like he's lost confidence or belief.
2-0.
So that's good. That's what he needs here. Wow. Give me that backhand.
It's a great start. He had a great start in game 1 as well. So I think he just needs to focus and keep the momentum going.
Definitely. I think Dylan's experience really showed there in game one, right? He didn't seem stressed. Like, he was just kind of grinding and getting 1 point at a time and was able to come back, which is huge.
Yeah, he plays smart, right? Placing the ball and
3-0.
then taking advantage.
Point.
Lucy, why don't we see you out here playing the singles quarters?
My singles days are over.
It wouldn't be fair
I
to
had
the
my fair
opponents.
share.
That's what I heard.
I had my fair share of singles, so
4-0.
I never got to witness that greatness.
yes. I let other
Side
players
out.
shine right now.
All right, Dylan gets a side out after a pretty hot start from Alex in game 2.
0-4.
4-point lead. That's a
Side
great
out.
return. But to your point, he's hitting through the ball and the ball's landing in right now, right?
That's his game. He needs to go for it, right? Win or lose, you have to, especially when you play against the wind on that side, you have to go
4-0.
through the ball and try to pin Dylan back so he can come in.
Point.
Doing it pretty well right now. Up 5-0.
5-0.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Dylan challenge his own call here.
Point.
0-5.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the in ruling. The
All right,
in
I
ruling
was
puts
right.
us at 6-0.
That's a hard
We'll now
angle for
proceed
us,
with video
too.
review.
It was very close.
Live, I think I saw it in,
Okay.
but let's just see the review.
One 5.
That looks like he might have hit the line, Lucy. Shout out once again to our wonderful refs for carefully looking at these calls and make sure the calls on the court are correct.
But even though I think Dylan is using that as a timeout
After
anyway.
video review, the in rolling stands.
As he
Loss
should.
of a
I
free
think this was a
challenge, no
good
free
decision
challenges
because it
remaining.
was close enough
One
for
free
him to
challenge
challenge.
remaining.
So
We'll
instead of
resume
using
play at
his
6-0.
regular timeout, he just in case, if the ball had been out, he would have gotten the ball back to serve. Since it was in, he got a timeout and just goes right back in. So 6-0 lead. Game 1, Alex also had a 6-point lead, but it was
Time
9-3.
6-0.
Let's see if he can maintain it here.
Side out.
I mean, Dylan's working really hard there to get to these volleys.
Yeah, Dylan is covering kitchen very well, and he's reading Alex's shot, so he's making him hit one more shot every point.
Which makes it tough. I mean, on that last one, Alex went for a little bit too much because of Dylan's court coverage. So, props to Dylan there. Great point for him.
0-6. Point.
And a good use of the timeout, Lucy. Gets the ball back and gets on the board.
Point.
I mean, you see some emotions from Dylan Frazier. He really needed that.
And this is what Alex has to be careful with, right? You don't want to give Dylan this energy, this momentum, this chance back into the game after you have a 6-point lead. So
2-6.
if I were him, if Dylan gets one more point, I'm taking timeout.
Definitely.
Or hit that.
Side out.
Time in. 7-1. Side out.
6-2. Point.
1-7.
So good work from Alex there. Gets the ball back and scores again. So this was important because last time when he had the 6-point lead, he allowed a lot of points from Dylan and didn't score until Dylan got to
7-2.
9-9, right? So he needs to keep building here. Oh,
Side
that
out.
was going to be a tough one. Great return from Dylan.
2-7.
How about that return?
Wow, that was awesome return. Especially when you're trying singles, you're trying to go pin them back on the backhand side, right?
7-2.
So returning to the forehand sometimes can be more than surprising.
Side out.
Just going for a little bit too much there again. But this is, once again,
Timeout receiver.
kudos
2-7.
to Dylan for his court coverage. He is forcing Alex to go for those shots. This to me is Jade Kawamoto.
Yes.
Time in.
And he's
Perfect.
playing with Deco.
And Deco Bar.
Point.
And gets a point immediately out of the timeout, which is what he really wanted. So
3-7. Side out.
oh, not happy about that one. All right, so Alex looking to build
7-3.
again here. A
Point.
missed return. That's the freebie point that he, honestly, Dylan can't be
8-3.
giving these right now with an 8-3 lead.
Side out.
Alex gives it right back, though.
3-8. Side out. Eight, 3.
All right, so another chance here to get to 9 for Alex. Wow. I mean,
Side out.
Wow, what a great rally, great
Paddle
coverage, and
on
great
the
read
ground.
by Dylan.
claps from his opponent. Wow, really good pickleball here.
Three, 8. Side out.
Great job from Alex holding that backhand until the last second, right? If he just swings, it's a lot easier for Dylan to read. So he did a good job holding. And
Well,
then
he has to
hitting.
hold because
8-3.
Dylan has been reading him so well, right? So if
Point.
you just go based on what you usually are doing, Dylan is there. So I think especially when you have time, it's better for him to just hold it a little bit, fake Dylan out, and then you have a much easier shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Timeout receiver.
So,
Game 3. Time in. 0-0.
wow.
I think this is a really good start for Dylan because he wants to show that, okay, I'm not just giving
still
out, like
here.
I'm in it and
1-0.
I'm there to take it.
Right, and Alex had a hot end to game 2, right? He hit 2 winners
Side out.
to close it out, which gives you a little bit more confidence. So, yeah, Dylan coming with a clean winner for the first point, and now missing a pass, but
Side out. You can't appeal, you can just challenge.
so Alex asking if the serve was out, but players are not allowed to
1-0.
appeal to the refs when they have challenges available.
Point.
So Alex elects to not challenge it, but it might still be on his mind a little bit.
I
So
2-0.
think definitely, I think that questionable serve calls him miss the return. And I think once Dylan sensed that, right, he was just like going for it.
right, and now Dylan's up 3-0 with a missed return from Alex and then another great pass.
3-0.
Alex needs to be careful here. You don't want to give him too big of a lead.
Point.
I would call a timeout. There it is.
Lucy, you're
Timeout
on it.
receiver. 4-0.
Definitely, you don't want to give him momentum.
To the Veolia Atlanta Pickleball Championships, where we're in game 3 between Alexander Crum, the 65 seed, that took down the #1 player in the world, and Dylan Frazier. Lucy, this has been a game of a lot of momentum changes.
I know it seems like we have a lot of
5-0.
points building up together, and then maybe like side out, not scoring, and then again like
Point.
scoring in chunks. Like right now,
Timeout
for example,
change
Dylan got
in.
6 points in a row, with pretty much only momentum switch was like a timeout.
If Dylan
Time
earns
in.
it, fine, but
6-0.
don't give it to them. It's a nice
Side
job
out.
there, well-constructed point, and he did what you said, Lucy. He's listening to you somehow.
I don't know how, but he needs to really focus on get a serve deep,
0-6.
keep Dylan back, and eventually get to the net.
Will that work too?
Point.
It's a great point.
So he
And
used a strategy there. He went right at Dylan's body.
Well, Dylan was so great at covering either downline or cross court, so sometimes when you go right at player's body, it's more like surprising them and it just pop it up because they just don't want to get hit, right? So that's why he set himself up for an easy put away.
Agreed. Dylan's
1-6.
almost better on the move. He's moving so well right now. He's making it so difficult for Alex to pass him.
Side out.
And he's not happy about that one. Even though he did get 1 point, he's on the board. Better than none. He just needs to keep Dylan's points at a very
6-1.
minimum right now. All right,
Side
and he's
out.
done it again. Another side out. Needs to start building some points up now.
One six. Side out.
That was a great game by Dylan. Like, I think Alex did the right thing, right? Because Dylan is covering great his shot, so he went right at him, but Dylan had great hands there, so.
Agreed. And Alex did a good shot of hitting a
6-1.
bit more of a dipper and causing Dylan to hit up so he could hit a volley, but still not enough. That's another
Side
great
out.
shot. We got ourselves a game here in game 3. A little bit of back and forth with side outs now. These guys have to be a little bit winded. These have been really good points and pretty physical match.
1-6. Point.
All right, so another point. Well done there from Alex again, getting that ball below the net, not allowing Dylan to hit down on it.
2-6. Side out.
It's really good coverage by Dylan. He had 2 pretty good passes.
I
down
mean,
the
and
line.
he was, I think he was late on both of them and still made it and made a tough shot.
So Dylan looking to get off of
6-2.
6 here. I think he's had 2 or 3 chances. He smacked that serve, Lucy.
Point.
I mean, if Dylan hits that serve deep with the wind behind him, Alex can't even come in. Right, so that sets up his next shot, so he can have a great approach shot and it
7-2.
just come to net.
Right. So he does get off of 6 now. Hits another great serve.
Side
and
out.
This is the 3rd.
I mean, once you keep Alex back, and Dylan needs to focus on, because that's going to create a short return, right? And then if you have good approach shot and just come in, and Dylan is very comfortable being in the net, right? He's reading Alex's shot. So from that side, he definitely needs to focus on that.
Absolutely. It's kind of a battle of
2-7.
who can get up first now, but with quality shots, because if you don't hit quality shots, like look
Side
at that.
out.
I mean, he hit 3-4 good shots. Frustration from Alex. 7-2.
7-2.
Wow, and great reach there.
Side
Even
out.
with the two-hander, he was able to somehow reach.
I mean, but the difference was Alex came in,
Right.
right? So the previous couple points with Dylan won, Alex stayed back and allowed Dylan to come to the kitchen line, right? So this
Right.
specific point, Alex went in, and then I think he just needs to be more aggressive, especially when you play against the wind.
Right. So now, really, for him to add more points to the scoreboard, he needs to get his serve pretty deep and hope Dylan's not able to come in
2-7.
or hits a short return.
Or if he's just like a foot off the kitchen line, that creates way more room.
There he is.
Point.
He's done it that time, but having to work hard. Those were three really
This is
good
the hard
shots.
work match for sure.
Again, but this is very high quality singles pickleball right here.
Their passing shots are really good, and their coverage at the net is also excellent. So I think they're forcing each other to hit either a better shot or
3-7.
create error.
Oh no, I think that was going out. Wow.
Side out.
That's a great shot. And if I'm Alex, I wouldn't play cat and mouse game against Dylan because he's so comfortable playing that game.
That's definitely the game style that Dylan has an advantage over Alex. Alex does have more power from the baseline with his ground strokes, with his tennis background. Taking his time, going to the towel here. Dylan serving at 7-3. So since the switch, Dylan scored 1 point, and Alex has scored 3.
7-3. Point.
Another big serve by Dylan. He's really going for it, as he
Really
should.
is. I don't think I've ever seen him serve this big. He has to go for it.
He has to.
8-3.
Wow. That's just too good from Dylan. And Alex should definitely use a timeout right here. He still has his free challenge timeout,
9-3.
and he does not use it, Lucy. It's a good shot.
Side
there.
out.
All right,
To be honest,
so-
sometimes I even forget there's a free timeout challenge because it
Yeah, you're
only
so
applies to
focused.
center court and the grandstand, right? So if you're playing most of your matches on the side courts, then you get to those two courts and you don't even know what is really happening.
Right. And this is the first game that Dylan's been up. So game 1 and 2 were
3-9.
9-3 Alex's way. Now game 3 is 9-3 Dylan's way.
Side out.
That's a really great volley there from Dylan.
I think we can really see in this match that really Dylan wants to win this
9-3.
match. Like he's really going for it to win.
Absolutely.
Point.
It's a big serve again. And
Match point.
we have a match
10-3.
point for Dylan Frazier. Wow.
Point game match.
What a
11-3.
great match.
Great match by both players. They fought hard.
Very hard, and congrats to Alex for a great run in this tournament. Getting to the main draw from the qualies is already a challenge, and winning four main draw matches. So very, very impressive. Great job to Alex. Great job to Dylan. Dylan moving on to the semifinals, and he will face the winner of